Everybody, and here we are. We made it to Waynesboro, Virginia. We're at the southern terminus of the Shenandoah National Park, and our trail family, our class of 2023, we are going to hike the whole trail for you. And we have Globetrotters over there hanging out, and there's 3 more of us too. They're out at the brewery.
Yeah.
But we're going to do a review of the Appalachian Trail for you all through Shenandoah National Park. And as you can see, we're at the ever famous Stanimals hostel. There are some hostels that are kind of infamous on the trail.
I didn't stay here for the record.
Yeah.
Typical, shout out, and Big Willie Dog stayed.
Yeah, you know, there's hostels like Standing Bear and Four Pines, and Stanimals of Waynesboro kind of falls in that category a little bit.
Oh, Four Pines.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so, but we'll give a review of Stanimals. We're going to review Stanimals. We're going to review the Appalachian Trail, me, Vegas, and Globetrotter, and the other 3 boys, and you
got some good videos coming up.
Yeah, yep. we have some fires though on the trail. We might have to skip like a 10-mile section. They have raging forest fires out there, so we don't think we're going to be able to hike through that on this week. But we'll give it the best go, and we'll talk to you guys soon.
Catch you soon.
See you later.
It's starting.
The gang's back together. Yeah.
Well, here it is the next morning. We're getting ready to leave Stanimals shelter. And it was a good night here. I mean, obviously there's no bubble here, but you know, last year when we stayed here, it was a big party place, and you know, they got different staff here now, and you know, as far as us here, you know, last night it was very quiet, so nothing to complain about. We got a lot of rain last night and this morning, so we were just kind of waiting it out. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. We figured maybe by 11 o'clock we're gonna hit the trail. So it was a good stay here at Stanimals. Nice and quiet, and the loudest thing there was last night was my snoring, evidently, because everyone was complaining about it. But it was a good stay. So you 2024 through hikers, you'll be coming through here, probably staying here, and it was a nice day. I think it was $40 a night. So we're just waiting on our shuttle driver about another hour, and we'll be hitting Shenandoah National Park. Talk to you guys soon. Here we are, getting ready to start off. It is windy and it is cold. Whew, baby.
We're gonna kick off the hike. I'm your host, Vegas. We got Big Willie, we got Wolfie, we got Globetrotter, and Cal's and $1 million are up doing something.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Gosh. Right. Starting off on the Appalachian Trail here into Shenandoah. And as usual, when you get dropped off at a gap, you know, it's a little bit of an uphill climb. But as you can see, the weather's not too good, but it has stopped raining for the most part. So, update you when we're a little bit further in on the trail. About 4 miles in the Shenandoah National Park, you come across, I believe, your first gap. It feels good to be out in the open because the wind was blowing that raindrops off the trees onto me. So I'm kind of all wet. Like I said, it's good to be out in the opening now. So let me get back to you soon. Oh, we're about 5 miles in the trail. You know, it has its up and downs, but this part of the trail is really nice. So there's not much tree roots. The rocks are manageable, you know, in the other certain parts. And I would say, when I mean by the rocks are manageable, the rocks aren't going to slow you down at all so far. So, you know, you can do some mileage days on this trail. And As you see, the weather's pretty dreary. I think this is going to be the only bad day though. The next couple days are going to be pretty nice, I think. So talk to you soon. Just coming through Beagle Gap now. And the fog persists and the wind. Hit it up a little bit, but the trail is magnificent. So far 5 miles in, it's really good. Talk to you soon. Well, we're coming to cross our first lean-to shelter in Shenandoah. Calf Mountain Shelter. And that is 0.3 in a Blue Blaze trail that way. So I'm already behind all the boys, so there's no way I can go 0.3 up that. I just got to keep moving. Still got a long day ahead of me, and it is 1:56, so I got to keep moving. But here's your first shelter, 0.3 that way. See ya. Look at the storms, dude. That does to the trail sometimes. Rips these trees down. It's always a fear of hikers and tenters. It's fallen trees. Onward we go. And here I'm at, I think it's mile 885 on the Appalachian Trail. And it's about 21 miles from Waynesboro. Like I said, we passed the first shelter, but we made it to this one. And we stayed here last year too. This is kind of a significant shelter for me, because over there, it was a guy was camping over there, and he ended up being Scribe. So this is the first place I met my buddy Scribe at. And it's kind of weird, when I got here later than everyone, of course, and the rains were coming. And this shelter was pretty packed. But for some reason, there was a spot open in the corner. It was right over in this corner. And nobody took that spot. I'm thinking, that's kind of weird, because usually when the rains come, these shelters are packed. But I found out why there's no one in that spot, because when I went in there, we just want to let you know there's a gigantic spider up in that corner. I mean, a big one. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I'll show it to you. I took a picture of him, actually. Let me show you. And a funny moment, I think it was Phaedrus. He took the broom that we have here in the shelter. He's like, let me see if I can squish him out. You know what I mean? So he took the broom and he touched him. And the spider went down like 1,000 miles an hour, and he scurried out on the floor amongst all our sleeping bags. And we had no idea where he went, and everyone was just like freaked out. And funny thing, when I woke up 4 in the morning, because I was kind of in the same spot here, and I turned my red headlight on my head to see if he was up in that corner. And sure enough, he was. All 8 of his eyes lit up red, and I just sat there and stared at him like, oh, please don't move, please don't move. But this shelter just has some memories for me, and I don't know. I met Scribe, met the big spider, and I don't know. It's gonna be a long day tomorrow. I gotta say, I don't have the legs anymore. Maybe I would have it if I broke myself in, but man, the trail is magnificent, though. Shenandoah Trail reminds me kind of Georgia. It's not really rocky, and you can do big mile days, but there's elevation though. There's elevation up and down. But the rocks don't hinder you. So it's getting cold out here, so I'm gonna start getting ready for bed. And man, it's cold. I think we got another 22-mile day tomorrow. I don't know how I'm gonna hang with these guys. These guys are athletes, by the way. There's 5 of them, and they're like Ironman athletes, triathlon, marathon runners, and they're just amazing hikers. And they're in good shape, is what I'm saying. I'm not. I just get drunk every other night or something. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Well, good morning to you. It's day 2. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning, and we stayed at that shelter. Man, was it cold last night. It felt the old cold air coming through the floors through my air mattress. Just couldn't get warm, so I'm really looking forward to today. Just hiking now, trying to warm up, and we're supposed to have a much nicer day today. I think it's gonna be the high, maybe get up in the 50s, so it's gonna be magnificent. But it's another long day today. You know, like 21 miles again. But the trail's still pretty nice. And like I said, the elevation gains are there. I heard the boys talking. So from the beginning of Shenandoah to this shelter, 21 miles in, they said it was a 5,300 foot elevation gain. And today's gonna be 52. But the trail's real nice. It's not rocky, so you're able to move pretty well. So I'll give you a shout out when I warm up. Talk to you soon. Well, here we are. Me and the cow, we're on top of some mountain here on Shenandoah. And the sun is out. A little bit of morale boost for us, but the wind is pretty cold right now. And but we got a long day ahead of us, and this guy won't be with me for long. He's much faster than me, so but I figure I gotta take advantage of him while I have him. So we'll see you guys at the next beauty scenic spot later.
Is this an I love you guys moment?
I love you guys.
Mile 895 in Shenandoah. Here's a great water source. Plenty of water here, so rock on. Last climb of the day. Headed up to the shelter, like 1.1 miles to the shelter. It was like a 21 mile day, and I'm just gassed. I can't do this anymore. But yeah, get up there before dark, so. Well, good morning, everyone. We're on day 3 of our Shenandoah National Park Appalachian Trail hike. And there's been a change of plan. So my old friend reached out to me, Ozone, who I was with in New Jersey and Vermont on the Appalachian Trail last year. He lives in Spotsylvania, Virginia. And he came, he reached out to me on the phone and said he's gonna come, he wants to see me. So I'm gonna get off trail for a little bit and visit him for the day. And he's gonna show me around. And I think I'm gonna go right up to Luray and stay at the hostel up there. And I made arrangements with $1,000,000. He's gonna film the second half of the Shenandoah National Park Trail for you. So I'll combine the two videos. I picked $1,000,000 to do it, not only because he's well-spoken, educated, good-looking, and all that stuff, but because he has an iPhone like me. So I can get his information really easily. You know, Vegas has like a Google phone, and Globetrotter has some weird Android. I can't get that information easily from them. So I picked $1,000,000 to do that for us. So I'll combine the two videos. I'm waiting for Ozone now. I'm still at the shelter we were at last night. I'm on the side of it to block the wind. It's still cold out. I gotta say, it's been a really cold trip. So I'm just in my sleeping bag, waiting an hour or so. Then I'll do a 3-mile hike down to the next gap, and he'll pick me up. And so I'll combine Luray, the hostels, and the trail, everything. So we'll get a good feel of the area. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. I'm gonna get warm in my blanket and wait for his call. Take it easy.
So
here we are walking into Shenandoahs. This is $1,000,000 reporting for Big Willie Dog. We're walking here with Globetrotter and Vegas. We're talking about dew wipes and how important they are to every hiker, and how if you're going to do multiple days out here, if you want to prevent monkey butt, that's the way to go.
What's going on, guys? This is Vegas, and I'm going to show you how to not get monkey butt.
Here we are on day 3 of the Shenandoah trip. Taking it easy today. Doing 12-mile, 13-mile day after 2 20s. Very typical section. Just gradual climb. Cranking out, oh, I don't know, a little over 3 miles per hour. This is what you get a lot in the Shenandoahs. Very cruisy land. If you're constantly going up a little bit or down a little bit. I'm here with Globetrotter and Vegas up front. This is $1,000,000 walking for Big Willie Dog. Going through the Shennies, doing a pretty typical, very cruisy section. Nice and easy. Got Globetrotter and Vegas up front, knocking out some miles today. Going walking to, woo, almost trip. Yeah, walking to Bear Fence Shelter. Go hang out for the day. Enjoy the first warm weather of the trip.
Well, day 3 of our Shenandoah hike. Here we are right past our shelter. We got a spectacular view up here. Sun's finally out. It's finally warming up a bit. And I'm headed down to the Gap. I'm gonna catch a ride from Ozone. It's gonna bring me down to Luray. So I'll catch you then. Wow, it's a beautiful day on the trail, finally. I mean, yesterday was nice, but it was a little cold. Our first day was really ugly, but there's a lot of people out on the trail too. The trail's quite muddy, but you know, on both shelters, on your first shelter, 20-mile shelter, you know, you'll have a climb coming out of that, and on this shelter, you know, there's a climb coming out of that too. So hang on, there's people coming. I'm about a mile away from Ozone. I think he's there already, so I'll film you when we get to my buddy. Take care.
We're about 2 miles from the shelter. Actually a little bit less, closer to 1.5. Just finishing this last little lump of earth in front of us. A lot of wide open greenery. Forest on either side before the green tunnel forms. Definitely my favorite time to hike is during the spring and the fall versus the summer. So enjoy.
All right, well, look who it is. Look who came and rescued me once again. Ozone. What a great pleasure, man.
It's great to see you.
Yeah, thank you, man. Man, what a great day. I feel bad for you. So I know you wanted to hike. So
Yeah,
there's some people out on the trail. I just
passed some people coming up. So
Yeah.
we're less
How-
than 3/4 of a mile.
Oh, that's good news for me. I like less than 3/4 of a mile.
All downhill, man.
If it was any further, I'd make you take my backpack.
All right, look at Big Willie here. Looks like he's done something in his pants the way he's walking.
Hurts to start off.
Gonna go eat some food, but look at him. Look at the way he's walking. Looks like a man who's hiked about 45 miles in the last 2 days.
You gotta walk it out.
Yeah.
My calves are on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm at the Outfitter store in Luray, Virginia, and I just went inside and checked it out. And it's really not geared towards us long-range hikers. I mean, they got some jet oil products. They got very limited clothing. They do carry some brands of ultras, but they're mainly geared toward, like, you know, their shoes are mainly like Merrell boots and stuff like that. I get the impression that it's more geared towards, like, you know, weekend campers at Shenandoah National Park. So as far as long range hikers, you know, it's not really geared to us. They do carry darn tough socks, but at this stage, you know, 900 miles in, you're not looking to buy darn tough socks. You're looking to exchange yours. And unfortunately, this store does not exchange darn tough socks. So, you know, other than the Dollar General stores and, you know, the stores they have in Luray, I mean, of course, you can restock on that. The other resupply stores in Waynesboro and Front Royal are much more fitted for us long-range hikers. Those are the stores you want to go to down there. So the boys are continuing on the trail, and my friend Ozone came out and spent a little bit of the day with me, and he dropped me off here at Open Arms Hostel here in Luray, Virginia. I believe it's the only hostel in Luray. So that's the hostel there behind me, and I'm staying here for the day.
Made it to Skyland Resort. Not yet. Yeah, thank you. That's a nice waitress that's helping me out. Oh man, we gotten an apple cider. Kind of chill out for the day. Waiting for Vegas and Globetrotter to roll in. And I'll get a film of the rest of this place. All right, here we are, Skyland. We're preparing for our 37-mile day tomorrow. We're going to try to go from here all the way to Mountain B&B. We're going to carve out tomorrow morning, smash some miles, but first, we're going to go to the tap room. All right, guys.
Oh no.
Let's go.
Oh, no.
Let's go get some adult beverages. So me and Globetrotter up near the top of Vegas, just behind us. Got the finally clearing. Ah, you can see a cloud bank over there. You can't quite see it through the trees. I bet there's a better view over there. I'll try to get that too. But the clouds are sitting between all the mountains right now. So we're 13 miles into our 38-mile day. And the sun tried to come out a little bit. It's been foggy and mostly kind of rainy today. 37. There's the fire. And then we got some clouds that are sitting in the valley over there. You can't, it looks like you can probably see them through the camera. We're gonna be walking down the clouds, it looks like here soon. It's got the Beans Gap. And this is where the trail closes because of wildfire. Did not jump the road here, but now it's a road walk for the next 5-6 miles to the next spot. Got a sign over here. I blew over. There we go. All right, here we are at the gap that we have to road walk. And this is why we do this. Look at that. These clouds sitting low. I don't know, it could be both. That's over there. That might be smoke. That's awesome. This is where the fire is on both sides of the road.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It does smell like a campfire around here. "21 miles in, and this is the view we get. That's not so bad. Look at those clouds over there. We're gonna do a selfie. "24 miles into our 37. Still walking through the shinnies. Sun's been trying to break through for the last 10 minutes. That's what we've been walking in for the last half hour. And the sun's breaking through. Come on, bring it. We're past 24. Got a video here for Big Willie, a mile 30 of a 37, 38 mile day. I keep forgetting which.
Mile 30!
Everybody's here.
Mile 30!
And all we're doing is talking about pizzas and Chick-fil-A nuggets. Walking through the foggy confines.
I'm fantasizing about food. God, my mouth was open and everything. Oh God. Oh no. Oh.
Hello everybody, and here we are at the
Mountain Home B&B and Cabin.
I just couldn't remember that. But we are on the end. We are on the end of our hike, unfortunately. This is always the sad part. You know, we have to all leave each other. But it was quite a unique journey. There were 6 of us, and we all made it kind of our own thing. You know, Cows and Wolfie, they got off a little early. You know, they had birthday parties to attend. I got off a little early. My friend Ozone came and picked me up and brought me to Luray. We spent the day. Then I went down to Harrisonburg. I spent a day down there, so I got to experience the towns. But these 3 pushed through the 105 miles of the Shenandoah Appalachian Trail. So,
I broke my record twice on this trip. $1 million and I did a 32-mile day, the first day, just us, and then yesterday, Globetrotter, myself and one of those people, with 37.2, was it?
Yep.
Yeah. That's not even their record, but it's my record, which is...
It's an amazing, 37 miles is just amazing.
I definitely feel like I graduated to a better class of hiker up there with these guys now, so, you know.
So on our review, you know, overall our opinions, when you get up to Shenandoah, you're gonna go to Waynesboro. You're most likely gonna stay at Stanimals hostel. And we had a really good time there this year. I mean, last year, you know, I had a reputation as a party hostel, and it certainly was when me and Typical were there. But this year, it seems much different.
And we met Dob.
Yeah, we've got our
Dobbs is working there.
Yeah, I saw him. We walked in. He's like, "Let me give you the tour." And I saw that Raiders hat, and I was like, "Dob," and he was like, "Vegas, what's up, brother?" We hugged each other. It was cool. Yeah.
So Dobbs was a 2023 through hiker that Vegas and all these guys were familiar with.
I met him. My first spring break and I were with him down in in Franklin, and then going into I hiked with him out of the Knot Friday day. He and I were around each other.
He's a good guy. He gave me a liner bag over there that I needed, so I didn't have to go to the store.
Were you wearing him at Woods Hole, was it?
Yeah, Woods Hole in Pierceburg.
Oh,
yeah. So Waynesboro is definitely a town you're gonna get off and prepare yourself for Shenandoah. We had mixed reviews on the restaurants there. Like me and Typical love Ming's Buffet. It's like world famous, but Wolfie said he wouldn't go there because he gave him massive diarrhea, and it gave you diarrhea too, or no?
No, I just prefer not to have all you can eat Chinese before.
Yeah, they're missing out, guys.
I have a notoriously bad stomach, so if somebody with a better stomach than me says, "I got diarrhea," then...
Yeah, so here you got conflicting reviews. I say go for it. These guys are saying they're throwing a little bit of caution in the air, but
I don't have an opinion on it. I just didn't eat there. I just don't. If I'm going to have all you eat Chinese, it's not on the first day of the hike. It's the last day.
But I mean, any sort of you start pulling hiker miles, like when you hear the words "all you can eat," like that's a green flag.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't want to have diarrhea.
Yeah, so yeah, Waynesboro is a good town, and there's a outfitter store in Waynesboro that they will shuttle you to. It's like a few miles away from the hospital, but it's actually a legit outfitter store. You can buy, quality gear and stuff like that. So from there, we started off really nasty weather, high winds, fog, a bit of rain, and we did a 21-mile day the first day, and then the next day. We did a 22-mile day, was it?
Yep, 22 miles.
That was about the end of me. I had enough, And then my buddy Ozone called me. He said he'd pick me up at one of the gaps there. Was it Elton? I think that's 33 Elton.
Something like that.
Yeah. So
one of the best. It was the second night. Like we all get to the shelter, and here comes Big Willie. He's like on all fours, and he's like,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. My legs weren't used to it. Like I say, the nights were cold. It was a cold trip here. I don't know what it was. Man, gosh.
Never got above 45 really.
Yeah.
It was down mid 20s every night.
Never got warm.
Yeah. So so these three pressed on hardcore, no doubt. Now I went off and visited some towns. Ozone brought me to Luray. I spent the day in Luray, and I went to the outfitter store there. I have a review of that prior to this, but I think we can all agree, like when you hit Shenandoah National Park, I think you or your trail family is going to push to do 20-mile days through there. Now, the elevation, and these guys will definitely tell you, because they did it hardcore, the elevation's there, but the ground is, I describe it as mellow. You're going to have nice ground, would you guys describe that?
That
Mostly.
Mostly.
Well, like the elevation was still there before. I remember like when Cows, you and I did our thing down south. That was like the climbs are just more abrupt, and then down farther south. And in Shenandoah, you have your trail legs by then, even more so, which is the first thing. But also everything, it just was. You're still covering over 5,000 elevation days, but like it's just kind of more rolling and smooth and cruisy. I don't know.
There wasn't any real big climbs. I mean, I remember a couple of maybe 600 or 700s, maybe. I think we had one 800 yesterday, but it was even broken up in flat areas. But most of the climbs were like 400 or 500 feet, but they were just
They're very gradual.
They're very gradual. So I mean, my view of it was I felt like I was climbing a lot more, just because they're so much more gradual. That you are climbing for a longer distance of time, but not necessarily higher.
But yeah, the intensity of the climbs wasn't as bad.
Oh yeah, I mean, my heart rate was barely ever above like 135, which for me.
This guy, well, for the record, this guy also is a super athlete.
Yeah, this is what I'm hiking with. By the way. So before you judge, before YouTube judges me, these guys are all marathon runners.
I'm not. No.
Well,
these two guys
you're a professional hiker.
Wow.
You did 37 miles yesterday, and you're still standing.
Okay.
Might be in a coffin. But I think when you get to Waynesboro, you're gonna have over 900 miles under their belt already.
Yeah.
I think our opinion. I'm gonna speak for all of us. Maybe I think I would say do the 20 because you have a choice. You either do 10 miles or 20 miles, right? The shelter's 10 and 20, 10. If you can do those 20-mile days and get to Front Royal to take your zero, I think Front Royal is a great town. There's two great hostels. We're in one now.
Mountain Home, B&B and Cabin.
Mountain Home is fantastic. Yeah. And last year I stayed at New Vegas for sure. We stayed at Stumble Inn. Yeah. Another fantastic.
Yeah, Stumble Inn is
really.
good.
And everywhere is great people. We have a great outfitter store here in Front Royal. That's where I bought my first pair of Hokas, by the way. And
that's what I use, the Hoka Speed Gun.
Yeah, lots of restaurants, hiker. It's kind of a hiker town.
What did you
so,
use? You didn't like?
Yeah, push through the Front Royal is what we say, right? Push through the Front Royal.
Yeah, and especially if you've started in Georgia and you've made it here, anyone who starts in Georgia and make it to Shenandoah, you can do the miles. You've proven it. You've made it this far.
And like I said, I went to Luray. Other than food, resupply, there's really nothing there. They have the Dollar General stores. The outfitter store is not geared towards long-range hiking. I think it's geared towards weekend hikers, tourists at Shenandoah.
But you can get your cotton T-shirts and say, "I went to the Shenandoahs."
Yeah. And like I said in the video, they do carry ultras. There's some ultras there. They do have darn tough socks there, but at 900 miles, you're not looking to buy darn tough socks. You're looking to exchange them, and they don't exchange them there. So it's You know.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah, they don't change them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you watch the video before this, I was at the store. I filmed myself.
You mentioned the when these guys are coming through, they'll have the waysides open.
Oh, the
Yeah,
waysides.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I totally forgot.
Doing
So,
it waysideless was a whole different ballgame.
yeah, and keep that,
Yeah.
that in mind, when you pack your bag at Waynesboro or when you resupply food, you're gonna have some waysides along the way on Skyline Drive, which are a huge morale boost.
So there's two things.
Why? What's that?
There's two things. One, so not only can you go in and get food at the waysides, so you don't have to carry a lot of food, but also if you can pull those 20-mile days and just keep moving, if you're doing 10-mile days, you have to carry more food because you have to. We were talking about this. You need your base calories for the day, then you need more calories depending on how many miles you pull. So if you can minimize your time that you're in there, you could not even carry a day's worth of food at any given point in Shenandoah if the waysides are all open and you're pulling 20s.
Yeah.
Because you're just hitting the waysides, getting food, and then just blitzing it.
It almost feels like the Jersey deli, the Jersey New York deli hop.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need to carry any food
Yeah.
at all.
It's such
Even you gain 2 pounds.
I know,
I
I
put on
gained so much weight.
it was crazy.
But
That was
the
awesome.
waysides, for a downer person like me, it created such a morale boost. You know what I mean? It's a morale boost. You're laughing at me, but
No, it's like
It's a morale boost.
He comes out
It
the
really
wayside
is.
and close. He's like, oh no, I'm just so
you're looking far out at it, you're like, oh, I'm 3 miles away from a steak sandwich or something. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, it's a lot of fun, and of course you bond with everyone at Waysides. Everyone's in a good mood when
Yeah.
we're at Waysides.
We on our yesterday when we pulled the big day, Elk Wallow Wayside was at 18 miles in, which was just under halfway. And we had ourselves the time there. I just laid my sleeping pad out and just it was cold. My teeth were chattering. I laid my pad out and I was just laying there. And people would drive up, look around and see me and then just drive away.
Waysides were open, so they were always coming into the waysides. And we
Yeah.
knew they were closed, but we hung out there because they were just in good spots to stop and take a snack.
On this particular hike, a small section of trails closed due to wildfire, so these guys experienced that. They had to walk a few miles on the road.
That's 5 or 6.
5, 6 on Skyline Drive, and the trail was closed. So
My feet hurt.
these guys don't like.
Globetrotter was sitting there oh, you tell better than I do.
Oh, I was saying walking on asphalt's hard on your feet. And Vegas is like, no, it's not. And then the next day, woke up, my feet hurt.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's flat. It'll be fine. Yeah. But shout out to the firefighters too. We passed the NPS firefighting team, and that was the other cool. I mean, not cool. The wildfire damage and smelling the smoke. We smelled smoke in Shenandoah. It smelled like smoked meat, which would make you hungry. And the waysides are closed.
I thought it smelled like campfire, but not the meat. But okay.
Maybe campfires just make me hungry.
Yesterday, yeah.
But we would also see scorched earth next to the
Yeah.
trail, and that was pretty crazy to see.
So that was, in a nutshell, that's kind of a review of Shenandoah National Park Appalachian Trail hiking.
It's
Did I miss
fantastic
anything?
ridge
Did I
walk.
miss anything?
Fantastic ridge
You
walk.
guys were-
Some of the views are really
Yeah,
cool.
they
the
are.
sunset view.
We love
Oh,
Shenandoah.
so Globetrotter said we pulled a smaller day. Our third day was only 13 or 14 miles. We get there pretty early, and Globetrotter's and so since we, Big Willie, me, and Globetrotter, we did all the white blazes, last year on the thru hike. We were like, oh, let's do some blue blazes this time in addition to white blazes so we can go explore. And then you had one.
Yeah, if you do, it's really short. You can do the AT and then just hop back on it. But go up Bear Fence Mountain.
Yeah,
Like the little blue blaze there. It is the best view in the park.
We went up there. We caught sunset up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was
You can do
special.
sunset.
Yeah.
It's,
I would have loved to go. It was just too cold. I'm like,
Yeah,
man, I
it
want
was-
to sit in my
it
sleeping
was
bag.
cold.
It was a cold trip. This whole weekend's a cold trip.
When we got up there, it was we layered up, and then on the climb up, it's 400 feet and a half mile, so you're sweating by the time you get to the top. You're going, ah. And then it was a little bit of a rock scramble to the very, very top, but it was cool. I'm hoping I get sponsored by Dude Wipes. We were talking about that up there.
So our next adventure will be Trail Days in Damascus, Virginia. And what were the dates on that?
Shout out to my boy Spring Break. He's gonna hike in with
Yeah.
$1 million and I.
So that'll be our next video. Trail Days, huge. We're all looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
But now we're all packed up, ready to go home, and
I start the Sheltoe Trace Trail April 1st.
Vegas is always hiking. You're right.
340 something miles. I have 20 days to do it, so I can get back in Florida in time for Mama Vegas' birthday.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed our review. And We're going to see you at Trail Days, Damascus, Virginia in May.
Yeah.
Love you all. Take care.
We're off. All right, man. I'll see you at Trail Days.
Fancy yourself.
Yep. See you then.
All right.